kill over a bitch, but let a rat keep his wife.
Shit, this record. Cashout just got sentenced. They threw about 45,000 books at him. Doggy Bone got life. And I think him getting up there speaking before the sentencing has something to do with it. What is you talking about?
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning. I want to start out by thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors for the amount of time that they put in to judge this trial. This time being on this trial, I was able to see how the jurors are put in a tough position to, sit there and judge someone's life, and, it's a hard decision, and I felt like they made the wrong judgment. I've done things in my life. I'm not perfect. But the things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I know it's typical for a person to come up here and, show remorse to, crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiara Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me, and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything. I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice, before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice, before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on Cashout, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fault them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during the proffer. She just had a child. Mind you, she was just on video call with me while being incarcerated. I don't fault Kiara Adams for doing the things she did with her proffer, because mind you, she was facing a certain amount of time handling her probation in different cases that she's on. I don't fault people for making accusations, because I'm a man that typically let women leave on their own behalf. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said, you can't leave me, or you can't do this. Every woman you've seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own. What I mean by that, they left on their own and they came back willingly on their own. During this trial, I was able to see, how valuable life is, and how valuable the people that you hang around, or the people that you even date, or the people that you even know, how valuable it is to judge their character. Sometimes I let people stay around who I knew was going to affect a situation that I had going on. So I don't, and for the people who came to this trial that I never met a day in my life, never had any contact with them, never had a text message with them, never had an interaction with them, don't even know where most of these stories came from, it's baffling. Never forced a woman to commit a sexual act. Never, I've been traveling all around the world from here to Dubai, and you would never hear a woman say that I forced them to do anything sexual or commit a rape with anybody. I don't hang around people that do things of that nature. I feel like, and somebody asked me this the other day, it was like, every time I see your head high and you always smiling, because when you have that confidence, it takes me back to the Bible. When you have that confidence and you can be falsely accused of things. Jesus was falsely accused. A lot of the prophets were falsely accused. You don't have that emotion like you've done something. You know, so if you see me with my head high, or if you see me smiling, it's because I know at the end of the day, through Jesus Christ, the Most High will always give you the actual judgment. So I really thank you for providing us a fair trial. Just me getting to know you during trial, I was like, you know, she's just a judge. But when you sit 12 people in that panel and you know, have them, you know, judge our lives and, you know, put them in a position to judge our lives, you know, it takes you back to, once again, the Bible, when people had to judge these prophets' lives. And I say, if you know me, you actually know me. There's plenty of people that know me in this world. There's plenty of people that know me in this jail. There's plenty of people that know me where I'm from. Like I say, once again, I'm not perfect. I come from certain areas. I come from, you know, certain environments. I come from doing things in my past life before the music. But I'm here to tell you that if you sat in this trial and you paid attention to this trial, before these dates, no woman could ever say, I've done those things to them. Before these dates, you can go on my Instagram and see these women enjoying themselves, having their own things, living their own life. Before these dates, I can say you had these women that never had anything to say about me. Before this indictment, before the RICO, you had these women actually talking to me while I was incarcerated. I've been incarcerated for 4 years, and these women are interacting with me. These women who took the stand up and supposedly scared of me, or monsters, or I'm a monster, or took these proffers. This wasn't the case before they was indicted. So from my perspective, I feel like some people can get bullied into a situation that they really don't really want to do. And I'm sitting here just holding my head high and just, you know, feeling that one day the truth will come out. One day the truth will come out on my situation. One day the truth will come out on this rape allegation, that these things never happened. And when you see a person get up on that stand and put their hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that means you have to be perfect, like you're Jesus. You have to be perfect on that stand. You can't show a flaw. And that's a tough one. It's a tough one for me because I had flaws in my life. So you have to tell the complete truth on that stand. And I got up there and see people put their hand on that Bible and not tell the complete truth. And that's baffling. But at the end of the day, I put my trust in the Most High. I put my trust in the universe to bring out the truth, to bring out the truth of these people who made these allegations. To me, it's like you have no heart. You have no heart. And I know people want me to stay in line or walk a toe, but when you're speaking something truthfully and you're speaking from the heart and you know that this is not your character, something must be said. And I just wanted to address the court and give my perspective on the things that I felt during this trial and the judgment that I felt that the jurors gave us was not the correct judgment. And it will show. All right. Thank you.
All right. On count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 10. On count 10, rape, life in confinement. Count 12, aggravated sodomy, life in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 22, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 1. As to count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement. Count 37, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 10 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive to count 1. You're to have no contact with any of the victims, including Diamond Irvin, named in this indictment, or their families. You are to register as a sex offender. You are to stay away from 737 Alfred Road, the Mezzo at 2171 Peachtree Road, the address at the St. George's Commons, 9340, and the FIB, Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. On count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 9. Count 9 rape, life in confinement. Count 11, aggravated sodomy, life in confinement to run concurrent with count 9. Count 13, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 1.
The rapper Cashout from Atlanta. Him and his mom were sentenced today in a, this is the real Diddy right here, minus the baby oil. Let's listen to this.
Right, for real.
Just the danger and threat to the community that these defendants pose. We right now have victim impact letters that we'd ask the court to consider in those statements. I would ask our victim witness advocates to read those into the record. Now 8-year-old daughter here, Adams, not moved, serve. And count 37, trafficking a person for sexual
Well, look at her face,
servitude.
boy. And listen, talk about motherfucker know they in trouble. Yeah, look at his face right here. That's a ooh. That motherfucker.
Is she in custody or she out?
How you pimping with your mama?
May not form a limited liability corporation or other corporation without prior knowledge and consent of his probation officer. And he must submit a financial statement every 6 to 12 months, including tax returns to his probation officer. The global sentence as it relates to defendant Gibson would be 2 life sentences plus 65 years, 60 months.
No, 1 second, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
2 life sentences plus 65 years.
Damn.
60 months
Take that thing
and
off,
5
dog
years.
face.
Huh?
Take the thing off. You got it covered up Nina's face.
All right.
Okay.
That's all the sentences to run consecutive. As it relates to Linda Smith, also known as Marinka Vinny, count 1, RICO, 20 years to serve.
Boy, that right there.
That's a lot.
That's Cashout mom who's indicted with him. Good brother.
They was getting all that money. They didn't think that was gonna turn into that.
You got your mama into that shit, boy.
How can you be pimping with your mom? How can you be committing any crimes with your child? You feel me? She the mom. You feel me?
But see, listen, why the fuck would he allow that? Like, you don't need your mama to get money, nigga. What you doing?
Thank you. Or was she allowing him? You feel me? She the mom.
Like I'm a man. And I don't give a fuck because my mama had me. You ain't finna get money with me how I get money. If you don't move on my way.
I'm saying mama might have been the one. It might have been her gig. See,
mama would have been doing her own thing.
Hey,
shit. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's a few different mothers I can name that they had the bag and their kids was getting work from the mama. You feel me? The mama was the big hustler. Yeah. It's been like that with the mama, the big hustler. You feel me?
Man, we wouldn't have been pimping. I couldn't be, man.
How can you hustle with your mama? I still, even if my mama was boss, I'd be like Kane, and I couldn't hustle with my mama. That ain't what a parenting is about. You feel me?
Right.
Now I might follow the family business and have my own shit going on, but it wouldn't be with mama. You feel me?
Right.
I just don't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not good parenting for nobody. You know, you down in the mud hustling with your child. It's bad enough you a parent and you still hustling, but you go get in the mud.
So this shit was inevitable.
That's his mama. I can't get over the picture of the mama. I can't get over the picture of the mama.
Yeah, she like, damn, I'm finna do 20 years.
How much time did they give him? I didn't hear it.
Shit,
somebody
he ain't never come home.
forever.
Yeah, he ain't never coming home. He got forever.
That's what they said. They gave them for now on.
And count 37, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve. We are also asking for the same special conditions as enumerated as to defendant John Gibson. That's a global of 40 years to serve. As it relates to Tyrone Taylor, he is an A recidivist, and